opening question.
Picture yourself standing in the middle of a storm. The wind howls, rain lashes down, lightning tears the sky apart. Everything around you is in motion, chaos, noise, unrest. And yet, somewhere deep within, you sense something different, a core, still, unmoved, unshaken. The world rages outside, but within you, there is a space the storm cannot enter. The Stoics called this inner freedom, a way of being that does not depend on circumstances, but grows from clarity and self-mastery. Epictetus once said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but the opinions we hold about them." But how do we find this space? How do we stay calm, clear, and resilient in a world of stress, distractions, and endless demands? Today, I want to take you on a journey into Stoic philosophy, an ancient wisdom that may be more relevant now than ever, guiding us to live with strength and serenity.
Poetic reflection.
There are days when I feel like a leaf in the wind, pulled by tasks, messages, thoughts, torn between what has been and what might come. And yet, sometimes, a moment of stillness appears, a breath, a ray of sunlight entering the room, a glance at the sky where the clouds drift by, indifferent to my noise. And then I feel it. Life is not the storm itself, but the way we stand within it. Perhaps I am not the leaf carried helplessly by the wind. Perhaps I am the tree with roots that reach deeper than any storm can touch. The Stoics understood this. Resilience does not mean being invulnerable. It means learning to carry our fragility with dignity. We cannot always control the outside world, but we can decide whether we sink into the chaos or hold our ground within it. And maybe resilience is exactly that. Not to be unshaken, but to return again and again to ourselves.
Before we explore the Stoics' insights, it's worth remembering their philosophy was not written for classrooms, but for real life, for soldiers, rulers, and ordinary people facing hardship. Resilience to them was not an abstract idea, but a discipline to be practiced daily. The roots of resilience. The word resilience may sound modern, but the idea is ancient. For the Stoics, resilience was not about enduring everything with cold detachment. It was about shaping our character so that life's blows do not destroy us, but refine us. Seneca wrote, "It is not life itself that is hard, but our fear of it." The Stoics drew a clear line between what lies within our control, our thoughts, our judgments, our actions, and what lies beyond it, chance, illness, the opinions of others. Resilience means refusing to waste our energy on what lies beyond our power and directing it instead toward what is truly ours to shape. A resilient life is not a painless life. It is a life no longer ruled by the chaos outside.
The dichotomy of control. Epictetus put it simply, some things are up to us, others are not. It sounds obvious, yet it may be the most powerful distinction we can make. How much suffering comes from trying to control the weather, other people's behavior, or the world's approval? The dichotomy of control asks us to pause with every worry, every fear, and ask, is this within my power? If yes, act courageously, decisively. If no, practice letting go. This is not a call to passivity. It is a call to freedom. For only those who realize they do not need to control everything can focus fully on what matters most. And here lies the core of Stoic resilience, calm, born of clarity. Practices for everyday resilience. The Stoics did not leave us with theories alone, but with practices, tools for daily life. Imagine losing what you hold dear, not to breed fear, but to deepen gratitude. What remains becomes more precious. Marcus Aurelius wrote for himself each night, asking, where was I calm? Where did I stumble? This quiet writing sharpens clarity and strengthens resilience. Remember mortality, not to frighten, but to awaken. Those who know time is limited do not waste it on anger. Stay with the moment without rushing to judge it, for suffering often arises not from events themselves, but from the stories we tell about them. These small exercises become anchors, steadying us when life tests us.
Mirror of daily life.
Your heart races. Fear of failure grips you during exams at university. A Stoic reminder rises within. The outcome is not in my control, but my preparation, my effort, those are. Fear transforms into focus. You post a photo on social media, waiting for likes, but few come. Disappointment stings. Epictetus would whisper, the opinions of others are not within your control. Your worth is not measured in clicks, but in virtue and character. A fight breaks out, words wound, and the Stoic question emerges. Will my anger heal this? Often, silence holds more strength than the loudest argument. You give your best at work, yet no one notices. Frustration builds. The Stoic path guides you. I cannot control if others see me, but I can control whether I do my work with dignity. Resilience, then, is not theory. It is a living tool for a world brimming with distractions, uncertainties, and noise.
Quiet ending. Perhaps resilience does not mean being unshakable. Perhaps it means returning to ourselves again and again. The Stoics knew we cannot stop the storm, but we can learn to set our sails. So the question remains, one only you can answer. Where in your life are you fighting battles that are not yours to win? And what might happen if today you chose to let go and placed your strength instead where it truly matters? Maybe then you will discover that true power is not in resistance, but in the art of staying clear within the chaos.